So, New Jersey, tell your motherfucking governor if they want to remain breathing on this motherfucker, they need to be trying to figure out how to pardon Sada so she don't have to deal with they bullshit. Because if he don't, when she come, she's sending his ass to Gitmo, and I'm going to be backing her up 100%. She's sending all their ass to Gitmo. She going to say, clean my land. Right? And she backed up by some powerful sister off a murderer crow flip. Off Yasmin Yafool. And that's Yaki Gaddafi mama, who was in the sisterhood with Afeni on the voodoo conjure on the Black Panther knock off of a movie. And the Black Panther knocked for the gorilla to step forward. But the gorilla ain't want no parts of this shit. But since you want to fuck over my little brother, and since you motherfuckers don't want to pay y'all tribute, and since he ain't had nobody else to back him up, and since I was the only one with the knowledge base broad enough in order to topple this beast, and since my mama asked me to do it, and since my son asked me to do it, and his grandmama, and my daughters, and my stepdaughters, and all these motherfuckers is telling me to go get our shit. So I put it all together. I added it up. I filled in the unknown variable. Which was it, X or Y? It was both, the X and the Y. Masquerading as two X's on a mirror flip, on a deceptive motherfucking knock. You can't deceive me. Soon as you think you got me deceived, you deceived yourself. Because when shit don't make sense, it don't add up. If it don't add up, it's going to get my attention. You should have never got my attention. Should have never got my fucking attention. You should have never made sure I was locked in on the snake in the crosshairs. But I was already locked in on the snake in the crosshairs. And when I sent the knock, you motherfuckers come back like a goddamn idiot. Follow all of the motherfucking protocols of the deception in order to try to effectuate the deception. And the only way you're going to follow these protocols is not realizing you the odd man out. You the only man that ain't a man. You the odd man out, an oddball. And the oddball is the cue ball. And the pool cue strikes the cue ball in order to motherfucking knock the 8 ball in the center. And that's the queen on the sacred 8 ball behind the 6-9, because when you lay the 6 on top of the 9, you form an 8. But your vision ain't straight. Right? So from 8 ball, we go to 9 ball because 9 is the motherfucking end. And that's a 999 knock off 9. Because she coming back again. Cortriel, hope you watching. That was a message from the baby. She coming. And so, all of you motherfuckers that think we just talking, look, just because I'm not outside walking down the street doing these videos, don't mean I ain't got motherfuckers doing work. It don't mean I ain't doing work. I'm conjuring. And in the conjure, they motherfucking taking action. Goddamn right, Corey. Corey, hey, y'all need to check his page out. My man Corey Singleton, he got some fire on his page. He been knocking for these motherfuckers all the time. That's right, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? They ain't gonna do shit, but the same thing them niggas do on First 40 Out, but spit their guts up. That's what they gonna do, Simone. They gonna tell on theyself trying to cover their tracks, because that's what they do. So when they get done telling on themselves, trying to cover their tracks and trying to make like it ain't them, that's what's going to expose them to the motherfuckers in their inner circle. Because, girl, you know you put us up to make them fake pages and take them pictures and do this chitter chatter back and forth like you ain't got nothing to do with this shit. You know you put us up to that shit. Right? Don't get mad because the girl tell you don't be using my name to make money off of and think that she not going to tell me. I'm not going to figure it out. Can't do that. It's like Ron said, the rhymes that I say, sharp as a nail, witty as can be, but not for sale. We don't sell out. Ain't no selling out going on over here. Motherfucker, we gonna buy the whole game so we can turn this bitch over and bust the table it was played on. Because the ancestors say fuck all this shit up. So we gonna fuck all this shit up. And then we gonna rebuild the same way they tried to tear us down. We gonna rebuild in the middle of them. While they trying to tear us down around all the sides, they throwing rocks at us. They don't know we steady got construction going on. Right? We got construction going. We in full construction mode. Border shut down. You can't have the borders open during the transitional government. Go back and look at the motherfucking oceans. It's ships everywhere that can't dock. Because this is a global motherfucking takeover. It's ships all over this bitch that can't get in the port. They can't get in the port in Europe. They can't get in the port in Asia. They can't get in the port in Australia. New Zealand. They can't get in the port in South America, Central America, North America. Where these motherfuckers gonna port? Right? This is the very reason. Chucks and pearls, chucks and pearls, chucks and pearls. This is the very reason Kamala told y'all if you want to have Christmas for your children, you need to shop early. Because anybody that try to do last minute shopping, shelves gonna be empty. Right? So these motherfuckers is trying to figure out how to keep shit on the shelves when it ain't shit coming. When they get to the point where they can't fake it no more, they gonna shut this bitch down. They gonna turn the light switch off. All over this bitch. They gonna shut the light switch off. Right? And when they shut the light switch off, y'all gonna know it. They gonna come with some more lies. But it ain't gonna matter because y'all ain't gonna hear nothing but motherfucking Tribunal TV after that. Get more TV. Where we gonna go one, we go all. You got that right. That's a Q flip. On the 17. I don't even know if they're going to be rolling this time because the way it's looking, and they keep talking about corona mass ejections and EMP attacks. It looked like they're going to try to shut everything down at one time, except what they call emergency broadcasts. Go back and check the Trump administration to see if y'all can find what I'm talking about. Because many of us been following this shit, and this shit is so common to us that we don't even recognize and remember certain parts of it. But Trump said, well, it wasn't Trump. Yeah, this is what I was about to say. They reinforced or reconfigured the emergency broadcast system to work in the event of an EMP attack. Yeah, people get mad because I'm telling them they need to be running their credit cards up, getting prepared for the blackout, and then cancel that bitch so they can kill their financial system at the same time they securing their interests. But that don't sound right to these motherfucking good slaves because the better their credit score is, the better slave they is anyway. Hey, look. When they say London bridges is down, what do it mean when all the bridges is up? Right? Because we need a bridge over troubled waters, but the only bridge over the troubled waters is the bridge over the salt water because the salt water is the tears. In order to get a bridge over troubled water, you need a Queens Bridge because a motherfucking regular bridge, a drawbridge, won't work. You need a suspension bridge, like a Golden Gate Bridge on the San Francisco Bay knock, off of dock of the Bay, Blues Lodge, Fatherland, 17, Q flip, sitting on the dock of the Bay, wasting time, but I'm not, right? I just look idle to the onlooker. So if you look idle to the onlooker, they automatically assume you being idle, If you look idle to the onlooker, they're going to automatically assume you're idle. You're inactive. You're not doing anything. You're just talking, bumping your gums, making it sound good. Nigga, I'm conjuring up some shit you motherfuckers ain't even prepared for. Right? So y'all about to see this shit coming to real live, up close and personal. Angel Bay tired of these motherfuckers interfering with his progress in the process of restoring his sons to the land. I agree with him. Larry agree with him. Tukey agree with him. Farrakhan agree with him. H-Rap agree with him. Mumia agree with him. Mutula agreed with him. Finney agreed with him. Martin and Malcolm agreed with him. Dr. Clark agreed with him. Dr. Ben agreed with him. Shit. We got too many elders agree that these motherfuckers need to go for me not to tell them to get the fuck gone. But the only way we can get them the fuck gone is we got to participate in our own liberation, because we got to understand that the helping hand we looking for is at the end of our own arm. I done narrowed that shit down to a thumb and a bump. A thumb and a bump. And you still can't get the job done. Still can't assert your sovereign rights to see your three kings walk in the land so we can reclaim this shit the way that the ancestors had it set up for us to reclaim it. Don't nobody want to do their part, but they want everybody else to do their part. That don't make no fucking sense. How you gonna tell me to do my shit, but you won't do yours, and then you expect us to be successful? Right? So, with that, that's the message from the Three Kings. This is Gorilla 7 News. This is Morpheus the General reporting back to the community so that y'all can know what's going on. If I be silent, that's because we waiting on Snake to show their face. Other than that, I'm following what Big Mama said because the rest of these motherfuckers don't know what they talking about. So this is the knockback off the knockoff of Angel Bay Flip from 44 on the motherfucking profile, up front and center off of Daddy's Girl, flexing off of a gorilla knock out of Chicago off of a bull. And the Chicago bull just so happened to be a prairie dog, and that prairie dog was a goddamn gorilla who came up with a snake in his hand. And he had the snake by the gooseneck, and the gooseneck got the gooseneck wrong. And when he wrung the motherfucking gooseneck, the goose said, "What's next? Dinner time, motherfucker, because we gonna roast your ass. Gonna roast your ass. You gonna slow cooking your own motherfucking deceit. While your self-accusing spirit is whooping your ass from motherfucking pillar to post. You gonna confess your motherfucking shit to the world. You gonna tell everybody the fraud you is. I'm not gonna tell them. You gonna do it. Because if you don't, your circle gonna drag you out for putting them up to that bullshit, making them miss out on their motherfucking legacy, fucking with your motherfucking ass and your dumb shit. So my advice, don't do dumb shit. Stop trying to deceive people until you know who the fuck you trying to deceive, because the very moment you think you deceive the masters, you deceive yourself. And I'm the master of masters, the self-raised master, Hiram Abiff, and Hiram been raised. And when Hiram raised, I mean the motherfucking temple of Solomon been reconstructed. And Solomon's temple is the shrine, and the shrine is the shrine of the Black Madonna. And the Black Madonna is the grand matriarch, and the grand matriarch on the land is about to send these three kings out in the open for y'all to see as soon as she get the public support she need from the motherfucking 9 members. The ones that's out in the open who don't know who they is and they want to assert their sovereign right. We gonna help you sort it out on the flip side. But in the meantime, you got to stand on your own 2 feet, recognize who the fuck you are, take a deep breath, and spit that shit up. I gave you the script, made it as simple as possible. All you gotta do is insert your name on the blank. It's pinned to the top of my page. First motherfucking post, you can't miss it. With the writ. And the writ is actionable upon 1,000 motherfucking signatures. And the math is this. 1 represent 1,000. 2 represent 10,000. 3 represent 1,000,000. And so forth. So when Garvey said he was coming back with the millions and millions of ancestors, this is how it worked. Because we stand on the shoulders of giants so we can see further than any of them seen before. I'm just a fucking midget. And I'm standing on the shoulders of 3 giants. Just standing on the shoulder of other giants. So I'm the midget standing on the shoulder of the giants that's standing on the shoulder of the giants that stood on the shoulder of giants until they were standing on the shoulder of titans in this bitch. This is where we at with that. I can see further than all of them because I'm standing on all their shoulders. They holding me up. We climbing this wall as a team. It's a team effort. Ain't no big eyes and no little U's. Every piece matter. And every piece that don't fit gonna get kicked the fuck out. This ain't no Jenga shit. We not bringing down the whole tower. We raising this motherfucker in your face because the old towers is gone. Right? So the pharaonic rule once again resumes. With the children of the motherfucking sun walking in the sun. Otherwise, they gonna get it at the barrel of the gun. Don't blame me. I'm just the one to tell you the story. To put it all together. To find all of the missing pieces. And the zigzag zig with the stitching. Off Anna's Ozzy knot. On a spider web. And the spider web forms into the motherfucking thread. Unless you on the silk road, then the thread is silk. And silk is fine motherfucking fabric. Similar to cotton, but that's fine linen. But we going Egyptian cotton. With 1,000 stitch. That's a sheet at night. Nights over Egypt on a Dr. Dre knock to a knockback off a world-class wrecking crew. Come to wreck this motherfucker. I told you the ancestors said fuck all this shit up. So fuck them motherfuckers and fuck all they shit up. That's how I feel about it. If it's up to me, this shit'll go down right now. But as a team sport and a team effort, we gotta all be on the same page when we move. Lockstep. Soldier to soldier. Hand in hand, gorillas shoulder bumping all across the land. You motherfuckers and fucked up now. Because you got bears and gorillas and lions and tigers all on your motherfucking ass. But them the totems knocking off a totem pole. And the totem poles knock me to the North Pole. And from the North Pole, I hold the North Gate. And holding the North Gate, I came to set the record straight that I'm at the bottom and the motherfucker holding this bitch up. Because the fire is at the top and the fire is down under, and down under is Australia, and Australia is the motherfucking top of the motherfucking globe. Right? So now we going from Antarctica to the Arctic. From south to north. That means we going down north. It's up south. On the zigzag zig across the land. Right? I see you, Krista. Tell Will and Kapoor I said, what's up, soldier? We coming for everything they owe. We ain't bullshitting. We ain't backing down. We ain't come on no ships. We was already here. We was already here. We ain't came on no fucking ship. My ancestors said wasn't no ships when them niggas came. I don't know how the fuck they got here, but they ain't come on no ships. Them niggas came some other way. Unless they just want us to think we came on ships. And since we didn't come on those ships, and since all of my motherfucking kindred across the land said, slaughter the man, we ain't come on no ships. It's not even possible for the storyline that they gave us to be remotely true. See, them Bible thumping motherfuckers only been over here since 1492. And before that, we ain't know who Jesus was, so that motherfucker can leave too. So you tell your Jesus, your Muhammad, pack your shit, take your motherfucking disciples and companions, get on Big Mama Elephant and ride your ass across that water before we sink your motherfucking battleship. Oh, we already did that. Pelosi, with a shaman, off a Viking knock from a Templar team, on the land, walking as a free man, who sat behind the motherfucking Admiralty flag with the American flag to reclaim the land on the behalf of the indigenous people. And y'all still falling for divide and conquer, but you think you woke. You think you woke. but you still falling for a divide and conquer. The tool of the enemy used to oppress you. They got you looking at skin color, religion, political classification, sexual affiliation, everything they can find to make y'all hate each other, and y'all niggas falling for that dumbass shit. That don't mean a motherfucker don't need to get punched in the face, drug out in the open, or none of that shit. All it mean is stop judging motherfuckers by the standard your enemy gave you as a measuring tool. Because whatever tool your enemy give you to measure your enemy is not going to give you the right motherfucking mathematics. The math ain't going to never be right because it's going to always keep you in a deficit. Always keep you on the defense. It's always going to keep you black. So if it's always going to keep you black, it's going to always keep you on defense. You're going to always be fighting the white man. And if you always fighting the white man in the white man's world, you're going to always be losing. As soon as you realize that it's just a game, that they playing with your mind, I'm just here to tell you how to get out of the game. Take your mind back.